Welcome to Motivational Monday on Coffee with Alain. I'm drinking out of my Tigger mug today because it's going to be a bouncy day. I'm going to be bouncing around and trying to get a lot of stuff done. So I'm going to need the energy of Tigger and a cup of coffee or two to make a lot of things happen today and start the week out right. I want to help you start the week out right as well. I had a couple quotes today that I wanted to share and discuss that hopefully will motivate you, inspire you, and get your week started out on a good direction. I want to remind you what you missed. If you're not getting the newsletter or if you haven't read it yet, that went out last night, had some good stuff in there, had an article about safety, had an article about martial arts and how it's your personal journey. Also had a personal development article in there to enjoy and do more experiences. So I hope you're getting that newsletter. It also had links to a couple blog posts and to one of the Coffee with Alain episodes from last week with a movie review. So get that newsletter at enjoylifesafely.com. You missed some good stuff yesterday if you haven't read that yet. While you're there, check out the blogs, check out the courses, check out the free downloads. A lot of good stuff there for you besides the newsletter. So check it all out, enjoylifesafely.com. Now, here's a quote from Julie Andrews that I read and liked and wanted to share with you this morning. Some people regard discipline as a chore. For me, it is a kind of order that sets me free to fly. I like that. You know, Jocko has discipline equals freedom. Maybe he borrowed that from Julie Andrews years ago. Who knows? You know, I like both of them, and they both have that philosophy that discipline equals freedom. As Julie says, for some people, they regard discipline as a chore, but she thinks of it as a kind of order that sets her free to fly. So discipline equaling freedom. That's sort of what I believe too. And that's why I write about discipline and why discipline is a core tenet of living with the warrior's edge. Warriors have discipline. They must. And when you incorporate discipline into your life, it can set you free to fly. It equals freedom. It can help you accomplish many things. The other quote I wanted to share with you today, you're getting a double dose today since it's the last Monday of July. Yeah, can you believe it? Next Monday, it will be August already. But this quote is from Cheryl Richardson. After years of practicing extreme self-care, I've realized something ironic. If you want to live an authentic, meaningful life, you need to master the art of disappointing and upsetting others. There's a lot packed into that little phrase, and I think there's a lot of truth in there too. We must disappoint and upset others at times to take care of ourselves. And we must take care of ourselves so we'll have more to give and take care of others in the first place. We can't let others take from us. Sometimes we got to set some boundaries. And sometimes we're going to disappoint others. Sometimes we're going to upset others. But we need to do it to take care of ourselves and our priorities. Some people spread themselves too thin. They want to say yes to everything because they don't want to disappoint or upset others that are asking them to do this and this and this. Sometimes we have to say no and put up our boundaries because we have priorities. I can't help everybody at the expense of helping those that mean the most to me, right? And that's the same with you. That's the same with everybody. So sometimes we have to disappoint others. Sometimes we have to upset others by putting up our boundaries and saying no, because we must take care of ourselves and our priorities and those that mean the most to us. I mean, a simple example, I can't drive around Missoula and go shopping with different places without every major box store major parking lot, major intersections with somebody with a sign wanting handouts in Missoula. You might have the same. I cannot give every person I see, every time I see them, handouts. It's not going to work for me. It can't work for me because I have medical bills and college bills and helping my daughter and wife and myself. We got to take care of ourselves first and those we love the most. So I'm going to disappoint those people when I don't give them money when I pass them. Now, that's a personal choice. I have personal charities that I prefer to donate to than giving people handouts on the street. So if I gave people handouts on the street, I couldn't give to the charities that are a higher priority for me. So, I mean, that's just one simple example that I thought of because yesterday my wife and I had to go shop at a couple places. We had to go to Costco, we had to go to Walmart and some different things. And we saw multiple people on corners with signs. You just can't get away from it driving around town and doing any shopping. But that's just one simple thing. Maybe you're at work and there's always committees, there's always activities, there's always this and always that. You can't be part of all of them. You can't be part of all of them. Sometimes you got to put a boundary and say no and upset and disappoint people because you got to take care of yourself. And if you find yourself getting stressed and overburdened because you got so many of these commitments that you've taken on, that's a really good time to stop and say, wait a second, and start setting some boundaries and disappointing some people and getting yourself back on track so you can be the best that you can be, so you can help those that you care about most and prioritize the things that mean the most to you. That's what we all need to do. So I think there's an awful lot in that little passage by Cheryl Richardson. So after years of practicing extreme self-care, I've realized something ironic. If you want to live an authentic, meaningful life, you need to master the art of disappointing and upsetting others. And while we're doing that, we remember that some people regard discipline as a chore. For me, it is a kind of order that sets me free to fly. So we have the discipline from Julie to practice extreme self-care and master the art of disappointing and upsetting others from Cheryl. They sort of go together. Want to say hello to a couple people before I sign off and get hopping to this busy day. Want to say good morning to Thad, who's here and said good morning. Thank you, Thad. Hope you're doing well. Jay, Vicky, and Sasha said good morning. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here and saying good morning. Dixon said, irony can sometimes fill you with joy. Thank you, Dixon. Yes, it can. Appreciate you being here. Jay said, yep. So thank you, Jay. Kellen's here and said good morning. Thank you, Kellen. I hope your morning's going well. I appreciate all of you guys saying hello and being here. I appreciate those that are watching a replay or listening to the podcast. You know, those numbers just kept jumping up and up. I mean, I'm just really impressed that more and more people are joining and hopefully gaining a little bit of value and enjoyment from things that I share on Coffee with Alain. I appreciate all of you. So thank you, and share it with somebody else. Let's keep the numbers going up. Let's help more and more people. I'm going to get hopping with Tigger to get a lot of things done today and get things done this week. I hope you have a magnificent Monday. Start the week fast, and we're going to end it strong heading into August. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow.